Hello YouTube, this is T-Max95 here, and as you can tell already, if you're a reefer, you've probably heard of phytoplankton or used it yourself. Well, today, we're actually going to be mixing up a concoction for my fish to eat. It's going to be a little bit of this Emerald Entree by San Francisco Bay, and we're going to add some phytoplankton. This isn't exactly why I'm making this video, but I'm making this video because I'm going to start culturing phytoplankton. I have a whole setup in my other room, and I'm actually going to be culturing phytoplankton and selling it. So you can come along with me today as I do my little experiment. I'm going to be, basically this is what that looks like. And I'm gonna mix this stuff all up nice and good after it thaws here in a second, and I'm gonna feed it to my fish. Now I probably won't target feed it with this turkey baster. I'll just probably dump it in there, but after this softens up I will come back and show it. As you can tell, a lot of this is already broken down in there. There's a couple big clumps, but besides that, it's pretty well stirred in there. Like I said, I'm not going to be target feeding this, but more or less, I'm just going to be sticking a little bit in there and letting the fish try it out. This is the first time I've used phytoplankton, so we'll see how they react to it. Hopefully they take interest into it, which they seem to be doing. So that's always a plus. Like I said, that is some of the shrimp in there also, which is what they're probably eating right now, because the culture I did get wasn't a very dark green culture. So there's not that many phytoplankton in there, but like I said, I will be culturing my own, and that's what all this is for down here. But I'll go ahead and dump the rest of this in there, and we'll see what they do. Back, and it's midway in the feeding, and as you can tell, my shrimp even likes it. This benefits pretty much everybody in the system. The shrimp, the corals, the fish, anything really in here benefits off of phytoplankton. And they seem to be having a good time with it, and we'll get on with the whole culturing process. As you can see, the feeding is over, and we are going to be on to the next step. The next step is to make this pure RO water into a specific gravity of 0.019, which is what phytoplankton grows in the best. It's going to be a little of a guess and check situation, being my salt here makes, to 1 gallon, if you do half a cup, it makes 0.025 specific gravity, and I need to actually lower that to 0.019. So I'll probably do like 1/4 of a cup and then 1/8 of a cup and see where we're at. And after I do that, I will be back and we move on to the next step. I'm back, and I got this specific gravity to 1.019, which is what it's supposed to be at, so we will move on to the next step. The next step is going to be cutting this airline tubing to fit for the appropriate length. What it will do is go inside this hole in the top that I drilled in there, and it will go to the bottom like it is and bubble the phytoplankton and my RO water with the salt in it. So my salt water and the phytoplankton will go in here, and it will bubble it constantly for all day for 7 days straight. We're going to be doing 2 jars, as you see, because one, I heard you can use a fertilizer of some sort, and second, I've heard that you can use just your normal tank water. It has the nutrients in it, and you don't need to add a fertilizer. So I'm going to set up my own little experiment and do one with the fertilizer and one with my tank water and see which one does the best. For my fertilizer, I went online and looked it up, and Miracle Grow liquid all-purpose plant food works, and so I picked some of this up at Lowe's for like $7 for 32 ounces of it, and I will be using this And I also have some Miracle Grow that was left over from my mom's flowers that I bought her a couple years ago for Mother's Day. And I will maybe try that in the future, but for now, for this first culture, I'm going to be using just these two, being I only have 2 bottles, and I only have enough phytoplankton for these 2. We will see which one does better, and that will be the solid one I use. So I will cut this airline tubing to the appropriate length, and I will go ahead and cut a hole in this, and we will be back. And I went ahead and cut these lines and drilled a hole through this one, and I'll give you a little pre-run of what it looks like. This is basically what it will do 24 hours, 7 days a week. And it will basically just bubble up like this. It will have a light on it for 16 hours a day, which is what this timer is set on. It kicks on at 5 in the morning and shuts off at 10 at night, right before I go to bed. That way it doesn't disturb me. Now these and the light will be inside my stand here, that way I won't see them. I might slightly hear this, but it's not really going to bug me. Normally I go to sleep pretty fast. But this is basically all it is, and this is just fresh water here, being I'm just showing you a little demo. But here in a second, I will go ahead and dump the specific gravity of salt water in here of 0.019, and I will go ahead and put some tank water in this one that's my little experiment. I will dump fertilizer in this one and no fertilizer in this one, and see what ones grow, if any grow at all, and which ones grow the best. And I will be right back. And as you can see here, I do have my light set in here, and it is on this timer up here. And that's what it looks like. That's how bright it is. And I might have to readjust it, maybe set it up like this or down, or lean it in there somehow to get the light on the bottles. But once I do, we will be good. The next step is to go ahead and fill this ocean spray bottle, which is going to be the fertilizer bottle, 3/4 of the way full, maybe half the way full, and of this RO water, and then dump in about 1/4 of an ounce, a little less than 1/4 of an ounce of Miracle Grow, which is about 5 milliliters, 6 milliliters of Miracle Grow. And then in the Mott's apple juice bottle, I will do nothing but tank water, 3/4 of the way full, maybe half the way full, and I will dump phytoplankton into both of these, and then I will stick them over here, plug in the air pump, put the air line down in there, and turn the light on, and the light will be on for 16 hours a day, and that pump will be running 24 hours a day. And in 7 weeks, it should go from a really light color to a real dark color, and I will be checking on it and taking a before picture as of today, and an after picture on the video. When I harvest this, I will actually put those on there. But this video is going to be separate from that one. You guys will see this one tonight. So I'll go ahead and fill this full of water, and we'll start from there. Guys, I'm back, and I already went ahead and filled up this bottle to about 3/4 of the way full. I wrote fertilizer on it, so I know this is the fertilizer bottle. And now we are going to go ahead and pour in the Miracle Grow. After I pour in the Miracle Grow, I will be adding the phytoplankton to this bottle, and then I'll fill that Mott's bottle full of 3/4 of the way full with tank water. I'll mark where the phytoplankton, well, actually I already marked on this bottle. I'll fill it up to here with the phytoplankton and the water and the tank water, and then I'll keep it at that throughout the week. It'll evaporate, and I'll just fill it up with normal water to get it back to that line so it doesn't raise the salinity and kill the phytoplankton. This one, on the other hand, I will add the phytoplankton to this, and after I add the fertilizer, and I will mark where the phytoplankton and all that comes up to, and then as it evaporates, I will fill it back up to that with normal water. I'm going to go ahead and measure this out here, and we will then take this and stick it into the container here. That is 1/4 of an ounce of the fertilizer. I'll suck up some water here. That way it's get it all out. I'll go ahead and cap this, and I will fill that one up with tank water and put the phytoplankton in. Guys, I went ahead and put the tank water in there and marked it with the tank, and I went and got the phytoplankton. I will be divvying this up upon these 2 bottles here, and then I will mark them where they belong on there. But pour some of that in there. That one. And you might think, man, these already look pretty dark. Really, they don't. They're not really that dark, but I did kind of screw up. I should have saved some, because the only way to start this is if you already have some, or you have to go buy it off of somebody, or buy it off the internet in the form of a plate. So I will go ahead and hook the airline tubing up, turn my light on, stick these in there, and then show you the final product thing. Hey guys, I'm back, and as you can see here, I went ahead and plugged in the pump and the light. I only had one of these protector things which prevents water from sucking back in there, so hopefully the power doesn't go out, because that other side doesn't have one. It shouldn't siphon. I went ahead and turned it off and no water siphoned back, but just in case it would, hopefully the power don't go out. It'll be like this for 16 hours of light, and then the light will kick off and it'll be 8 hours of darkness. So the only thing that will be going in the darkness period will be the pump here. The pump basically just circulates it. The bubbles cause the debris and everything from the bottom to go to the top in a big circle. And now you can tell it's a lot lighter than it looked. As you can see here, it's so much lighter. But this will actually get darker as the days go on. So a week from now, 7 days, next Sunday, this will be super dark and it'll be ready to split. And basically what I will do then is take this, dump it out into the little water bottles and sell it. And then I'll keep enough to redo the whole process again. And keep enough for myself to feed to my tank. So in the comment section below, if you have any questions, please leave them down there. Wish me luck, because this is the first time I've ever tried this, and it's the only time. If this doesn't work, I'll have to wait a week or so to get some more phytoplankton, because nobody has any that they're selling, and you can't start it without some. So wish me luck. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and if you have any questions, leave them below, and if I can answer them, I will answer them. So have a nice day, and keep on reefing.